Hi guys, and welcome to Cultnomics. My name is Paul Hanley, and today I'm going to be chatting to you about a monopoly. Hi guys, today we're going to talk about a monopoly firm. And in a monopoly, what we're going to look at is the different characteristics that distinguish a monopoly from the three other market characteristics. So initially, the first characteristic that we're going to concentrate on is that a monopoly is a sole seller of a product. You can also have monopolistic power if you are just one of a number of very few dominant companies in the market. Number two is inelastic demand is faced by a monopolist. What this means is they can increase the price of the product without losing too many customers. There are also major barriers to entry into this market, such as economies of scale and scope, discount buying, patents, etc. And finally, we assume that these companies are profit maximizers. In order to understand and illustrate a monopoly diagram, what we're going to do is we'll draw an X and Y axis here as shown, and we'll just label those. So up on the Y axis here, what we're going to have is both the price the product is going to be sold at and the cost it's going to sell for. Down on the X axis, we will have the quantity produced by this firm, and bottom left we'll put in an origin point here. So the first important thing that we need for any firm, and especially for a monopoly here, is a demand curve. Our demand curve we're going to draw is downward sloping, and we'll label it as D down here. The downward sloping demand curve means that as the price is decreased by this firm, the quantity demanded increases, ceteris paribus. The second piece of information is a marginal revenue curve. This is also downward sloping, derived from the demand curve, but slopes down at a increasing rate. We will call that the marginal revenue curve. Finally, two pieces of information in relation to costs that we need are the average total cost curve, which we're going to draw as U-shaped here, sometimes called an envelope curve, so average total cost. And finally, related to that is our marginal cost curve. Marginal cost curve is J-shaped and goes to the very bottom point of our average total cost curve. What we're going to assume now is that a firm in a monopoly is a profit maximizer. Profit maximization means that the firm sets marginal cost equal to marginal revenue and produces at this point. In terms of our graph, this point is illustrated by the green dot down here. That's where MC cuts the MR curve. From here we draw a vertical line down to quantity to give us the quantity for profit maximization, and up here to the demand curve to give us the price for profit maximization for this firm. The other thing that we can use this line for is to look at the average cost of production, and if we come across straight from where our green vertical line hits the average total cost curve, this gives us our average cost of production. The difference then between price and cost is the profit margin, and this profit margin is earned across every unit sold right up to Q1. So what that means is we can indicate in the center here our profit, or actually called supernormal profits, earned by this company here, so supernormal profits as indicated. Finally, what we would also like to know about a monopoly firm is, are these firms efficient in nature? To be efficient, a monopoly should be producing where price is equal to marginal cost. However, if we look over at our diagram, we can see that our price level is quite high up here, and where our green vertical line hits the marginal cost curve is relatively low. So there is a gap between both of them, which means our monopolist is not producing efficiently in this case here. I hope you call back to Cultnomics soon. Bye for now.